Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how you can bind the date data type into a date type of text box using Ajax and jQuery. So this is in continuation to part 1 where I had shown you how we are using everything and how we bound that information of data of date into our text box. And this is the second part, we made some corrections in there, and that's why we have some updates. Okay, so what happened was on that one, it came up with a default value like 010101, and then it tried to enter into the if loop, and then it assigned, because as the value was not null, it tried to process that data and then bound that data to the text box value if no date is supplied. Okay, so the default date came up as 111, and then it tried to bind that one into our date field, which should not be happening actually. Okay, so this is an update to it, therefore it's a correction to it, and you can see the code now here. Let me just raise the font size. Okay, you can see that what I did here. Yeah, there is another correction as well. Initially, this loop was outside the script tag, and it was somewhat outside the program in a different statement or in a different tag altogether. But now I have put that inside a function, and I'm calling that function inside the document.ready or inside the uh, jQuery section. Okay, so you can see that we can call this function inside a jQuery document.ready function, and get date is my function name, and then we process the information inside get date. Okay, so what get date is doing, it's trying to check if viewbag.fr.date has any value in it. Does it have a default value or it has nothing in it? If it has a default value, or it has null, then it will go to the else part and it will assign it current date. Okay. If it has nothing, then it will go to the part and it will give a current date. Okay, what if it has totally nothing, it's a blank one? So this condition will uh, it will be false. It will come to the else part, but a blank value. I'll show you. Okay, I'll show you. Let's run this program and see what happening. I guess the program is running. No, it's not running. So let's run this program and see. So why I'm showing you only the Ajax part, and why not the controller part? Well, the controller part we have already seen. There is nothing. We are just passing this date value inside the view bag and trying to fetch it in the front end. Okay, so let's put a fresh request. So a fresh request has nothing. Okay, now it went to the date part and see it has. See, even if I'm doing nothing, it's still picking up a 11001. Okay, and then it's trying to bind that value. So now I'll put it in the if loop and I'm checking if there is some value. If it has a 1 1, then it will go to the else part. Okay, so the condition became false and it came to the else part. Now it should try to give it the current date, which is the 6th of August 2023. Okay, perfect. So that's what I wanted here. Okay, now there is another page also where we can see, I guess it's in edit part or something. Let's see. Okay, it came up now. You can see it's there is no value inside the view bag. Okay, now let's see where it's going. Still picked up a value. It's still picking up a value, and so we had to assign it the current value. There was another date which was picking up a blank one. Let me see this one probably. Yes, now you see the view bag has nothing in it. Okay, in this page the view bag has nothing. Now it will check the condition, and the condition became true. It's not equal to null. Blank is not equal to null. Now even if this condition is true, it's getting inside. When it tries to assign something, it will get nothing, and then it will come out with no values, because it tried to assign a value which is nothing. So it got nothing. No days, nothing. I'll show you once again. See, it's getting nothing, not a number. As this is like a non not a number value, it's not able to bind that into the date field, so it did nothing. But if I'm trying to give it some value, now it will try to fetch something, and it will try to bind that date value inside. um, yep, we got it. Yeah, this one is an mmdd. Okay, so month and date, month first, date second. Anyways, we got this bound with this. Yeah, now if I'm going to show you what's there inside the backend, inside the controller, it will assign a value to the fr date, or the front from date. It's going to assign a value. Whatever transaction date that I set, it's going to assign that value here. Okay, so that one is going into the uh, page section. So similarly, the other report also, which had a sales, a view sales, sales index, sales controller index. Index, what it is doing is it's assigning if the data transaction date is not equal to null. If the transaction date is something, then it will assign that date value to the view bag. But if it is nothing, then it will not assign any value to the view bag. Okay, and then going back to the front end, and then processing my statements inside the script tag. So I will not waste much of your time, my guys. So that's all I wanted to tell you, like how we are trying to handle a default value in case we receive something in the view bag and then we try to process it. So it's going to give us the default value in the date field, and how we are going to avoid that. Okay, in order to avoid that, what all things we are doing, and came out of that issue. Okay, guys. So that was all for today and all for this video. Until we have our next one, stay connected, stay tuned, and happy coding. Thank you.